A deep dive into Xbox 360 nostalgia. We all have our own experiences when it comes to the Xbox 360. Whether it's coming home from school, hopping on with your homies until dinner's ready, or staying up all night playing Halo and Call of Duty back in like 2010, we all have certain memories tied to certain times in gaming. That's why today we're going to be going over everything that makes the Xbox 360 nostalgic. First off, we're going to be diving into what makes the Xbox 360 nostalgic to begin with. People grew up playing this console. It was a simple point in their lives. They didn't have that many responsibilities. People associate good times with good games, and it was a great era for video games. The amount of amazing games coming out in this time period was unreal. Now that you kind of understand why people might think it's nostalgic, let's dive into the first thing you see when booting up the Xbox 360. Profile creation. You can go very in depth with your profile. You can customize your avatar, your profile picture, and your bio and your location. And there was also an avatar store for the avatars. Now this is one of the most nostalgic things in the Xbox in general. The old classic avatars. Now these are so iconic. The amount of people rocking these avatars and all of their cool gadgets from their favorite games back in the day was uncountable. So many people bought little gadgets, t-shirts, or costumes from their favorite games, and you were able to dress up and create this character that was you on the Xbox. I remember spending hours and hours scrolling through the avatar store, finding different outfits and different animations. Like I remember the Warthog one was so sick. Arcade titles. We're gonna be checking out the arcade titles of the Xbox 360. These were more on the cheap side, more wallet friendly kind of games. Well, Minecraft just came out and you don't have money to buy it? Well, just go on the arcade and buy Castle Miner Z, which is just Minecraft with guns. The amount of hours I spent in Castle Miner Z is unreal. That game was so fun.
Hi guys, Castle Miner Z, look at that. Hey!
Another arcade game that I remember is Doritos Crash Course. I remember staying up so late with all my friends, messing around, dying laughing, jumping through the courses so many times. It was so fun. Making friends and bonds with strangers. Now this was arguably the best part of Xbox Live. Hopping into a game and chatting it up with your teammates and eventually making friends with them to become lifelong friends. I've heard so many stories of people becoming lifelong friends with their Xbox Live friends. And that's just something that's really stuck on the Xbox 360. You don't really see that nowadays. It's kind of rare to come across people to be talking in game chat. Back then, everyone was talking in game chat. There was not one person that wasn't. Xbox 360 accessories. The accessories are wacky. So we got the chat pad, this thing. I remember buying the chat pad for the Xbox One like 5 years ago, and I didn't use it once. I returned it to Amazon. I seriously didn't use it a single time. But those things were so cool. You can make signs in Minecraft really fast. Whoa. Or you can speed argue with someone. Guitar Hero was also a game I got into, like with the guitars and all that. That was so cool, like actually playing the guitars. Guitar Hero was massive during the Xbox 360 era. It got super oversaturated and then it died out. And there's also the classic Xbox 360 headsets. Oh man, I remember having one of these on for like 9 hours a day. They were so uncomfortable and you could barely hear through it. And the Xbox 360 chat quality, just something about the quality of that voice.
Playing this game. You're not old enough. You're not old enough. You are a squeaker who's trying not to squeak.
It's like I'm literally back in the day playing. And there's also the cool light up controllers. I remember I had a blue controller that was like this hollow shell and you could see in the inside of it. That was really cool. And now the last accessory we're gonna be looking at is the Kinect.
Xbox? Pause.
They tried to embrace the Kinect so much with the Xbox 360, but it just didn't hit well. They tried to appeal the Xbox to more of like a family audience, kind of like the Wii with how they did motion controls. The Xbox was trying to make it easier on you with making it completely wireless. Your hands were the video game. And I remember playing this one game where you go around this forest and you get tiger pets and you can like play with them and stuff. That game was really fun. I got really into that one. Next we're going to be looking at is video game promotions through beverages and chips. Halo with Mountain Dew. They just had one recently with the newest Modern Warfare. They had the Little Caesars promotion. Those are always cool to see. Those things are like a blast from the past. The music media player screen. When I first put a CD in the Xbox 360 and I booted up the media player for the music, the psychedelic looking animation it does, that thing is so nostalgic. It takes me right back. I still remember the exact album I was listening to. I was listening to August and Everything After by Counting Crows. I remember playing Minecraft and Halo Reach to that album. The old school UI. I was almost too young to remember the Blades UI, but it was a really sleek design. This was the first ever dashboard to come out for the Xbox 360. And when people think of the Xbox 360, they think of the Blades dashboard. Like the whole aesthetic just screams mid 2000s. Now all of our modern day screens just look like Hulu and Netflix. cheat code books. Next, we're gonna be looking at the cheat codes. I remember using a cheat code book like 10 years ago. I remember finding it at the book fair from my school. I still have the cheat code book somewhere. Like this whole book from 2012 that had so many cheat codes in it. It was like an inch thick, full of cheat codes, dozens and dozens on each page. And oh man, I remember looking through these things all day. You never find these anymore. You could just search it up on the internet. The whole aesthetic and feeling of flipping through those pages and looking for your cheat code for your game is just so nostalgic. Standing outside GameStop at midnight for a release. Nothing screams Xbox 360 and the good old days of gaming than this. Nowadays, you just get it digitally and you're instantly able to play it. Before, you gotta get your lazy ass up, go all the way to GameStop, stand outside, and wait for the new game to come out. Now, these were massive back in the day, especially for like Halo 2 and Halo 3. Halo 2 wasn't Xbox 360, but you get the point. These lines made it to TV. That's how big it was. These things were on television. They were being broadcasted everywhere because of how big it was. The video game industry like 15 years ago used to be like the movie industry.
Everyone here tonight will join Halo fans all over the world to make the launch of Halo 3 the biggest day in entertainment history.
Game collecting. You never see this nowadays. Every single game is installed digitally. You never need a disc anymore. Hell, my Xbox right now is the digital version of the next gen Xbox. Game collecting was such a big thing, and I still do collect games just because it's fun to see my shelf grow, to display all the games I have. I remember I used to have a big stack of games before I gave them to GameStop a while ago. I regret that so much. I gave my Xbox 360 and all my games to GameStop for like 30 bucks, and I'm gonna cry thinking about it. Not having to download games. I miss this so much. I guess it makes sense. Games are way bigger than they used to be. They take up a lot more space and a lot more memory, but at the same time, the consoles are getting better. The hardware is getting better. Don't you think that they could have kept this feature in? I don't want to come back from GameStop with my new game, plop it into the Xbox, and then just watch a download screen for a couple hours. Like, that's why everyone just gets it digitally, because they can install it and then play it the second the game launches. The Red Ring of Death. Now, this is like the most infamous thing about the Xbox 360. This was like every PlayStation player's joke about the Xbox player. I got the Red Ring of Death once and it was horrifying. I remember it fell on its side or something like that. We put a disc in and then turned it on its side, and then the disc got crunched in the inside, and then it just turns red. Every single time you try to turn it on, it's just red and it glows red. And everyone freaks out when this happens. But it's just a Red Ring of Death, and that symbolizes that your console needs repairs or it's dead. Lastly, we're just going to be talking about all the memories with the games. Halo and Call of Duty were the big ones for me. Those were the big two. I always played Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Halo Reach, Halo 3. Those were my games. And Minecraft. The memories of hopping on these games and just playing with random people, like I didn't even know their real name, and I still had a blast playing with them for hours and hours on end. I remember I had this one friend I haven't talked to in years. He lied to me about his name. He said his name was Hunter when it really was. I heard his sister call his name and I was like, what? And he's like, oh, that's me. What? You lied to me. Memories from the old Xbox 360 are unmatched. It was just such a time in gaming. Let me know all your Xbox 360 experiences down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are new around here. We've got lots of content on the way, so be ready. I'll catch you all next time. Peace.